noontime, or when you catch this devotion together with us. Hey, we're still walking again through the 365 essential questions from the Bible, a daily devotion. But it's a time we can gather together in devotion. But before we do, I want to remind you that tonight is our first Wednesday evening family Bible study time, just us together. We're going to have some hot dogs, some buns, some condiments, some other things to go along with that. But we want to invite you, your friends, your family, and all to come. We want to see you, right? And then, like I said, it's the first and third because we're not going to do it all Wednesdays all summer, just the first and third of Wednesdays. We still have our first Friday, which is our game nights, which happens every first Friday of each month out at the fellowship hall. We also have, starting up in the 25th of this month out at our fellowship hall, our women's Bible study. So if you want more information, connect with me and I'll get you pointed in the right direction. And then I want to remind you, every Sunday we have church at 10:30 a.m. But I want to remind you, we are a functional family of God where Jesus is Lord and people grow, where every individual is called to carry out the Great Commission. Every individual is called to be missional. That is who we are here at North Vernon Wesleyan Church. So we want to jump into our devotion this morning, this afternoon, or when you catch it again. It's titled "A God of the Impossible." Isaiah 66:8 out of the Message. Again, it's a translation. It's paraphrased. We don't run with it, but we'll walk with it sometimes. And it paraphrases. It says here in verse 8 there in chapter 66. It says, "Has anyone ever heard of such a thing? Has anyone seen anything like this?" See, Isaiah 66 is a message of judgment on those who refuse to hear the words of the Lord. Wow. And of hope for those who had the courage to trust him and to cling to his promises. You see, in chapter here, God promises the Israelites return to their homeland of Judea after the Babylonian captivity would be so swift that it could only be understood to be the work of the God who still worked miracles, who made possible what was physically and humanly impossible. And what humanly and physically impossible, he made it possible, right? Wow. When God said before she went into labor, she had the baby, before that the birth pangs hit, she delivered a son. Isaiah 66:7. That's a Message translation of it. He was likening Israel's deliverance to a woman suddenly giving birth without experiencing labor pains. Something just about anyone knows is an impossibility. See, God's promises of restoration for the people of Israel are an amazing reflection of his promise to us Christians today. While we spend our earthly lives in bodies that break down over time, what's crazy and awesome and amazing, it's really not crazy, I guess, but God promises that one day we will be miraculously changed ourselves, right? That we'll become eternal beings whose bodies will never die or get sick. It'll happen in a flash, in the twinkle of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised, imperishable, and we will be changed. 1 Corinthians 15:52 out of the NIV. Has anyone ever heard of such a thing? Yeah. A God of the impossible. That is who he is. So I hope today that's just a little nugget of joy, love, and passion back to you. And hey, I hope to see you tonight at 6:30 for fellowship time for our family style Bible study together tonight. And